What's going on, guys? Welcome to Chiefs Out West. We are your host, Kia.
Yo soy Butch Davis.
welcome. So, we are here to talk Chiefs versus Chargers, Monday Night Football, Mexico City. Butch, are we over this Titans loss? Can we move on to Mexico City, or are we gonna still linger and just cry about it and say how bad our defense sucks? What are we gonna do here?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed at all.
Are you sure?
I'm
Okay.
past that last loss. I feel like it was flukish. Let me tell you, I got a lot in store after looking at what the Chargers are doing and what we're doing thus far. Two teams with two totally different trajectories. I'm excited.
Right. Yeah. It's time to move on. Whatever. We're still a good team. We're still number one in the AFC West. We still have a good chance at the second seed. So let's talk Chargers and Chiefs. Where should we start?
I want to start at the Chiefs offense versus the Chargers defense. Go ahead, Kia. Hit us with some knowledge, Kia.
All right. So this would probably be the most difficult part of the game, even though I don't think it is very difficult. Um, you know, the one that I'm, mainly the people that I'm really nervous about is Joey Bosa and Ingram. How is our offensive line going to be holding it, and like watching them, seeing where they're going to come from. How are we going to protect our QB, especially. And yeah, so I mean that's kind of most of like where my fear is coming from. I am happy though. Fisher and LDT were full-time participants. I feel like this is going to be our first game where we're going to probably be pretty healthy on the offensive line, so it's a good time. But I do think Fisher and LDT are going to take some time to adjust. So I feel like in the very beginning we might have a little bit of an issue. But as of that, like that's who I'm really mostly fearful and kind of worried about. What about you?
Well, I think we have a number of good things going on here, right? Like, of course, the offensive line is a little banged up. We get some guys back, full participants in practice today is a good sign. They should be playing. Of course, on the right side, we had an injury to Mitchell Schwartz, messing up his snap streak. He's practicing a brace. I'm not too worried about him. I'm a little worried about him. I'm not too worried about him because we're going to be able to really run by these guys. This is going to be the fastest team that the Chargers have ever seen. So just one quick note, a couple quick notes for me on what I feel like are going to be the big key matchups, right? The first thing I wrote down was, after watching some of their games, apply pressure by getting them over the middle and deep. That is going to start with Travis Kelce. Right now, Derwin James and Adrian Phillips, the first two guys that they would want to go head up on Travis Kelce, they're hurt. They're both on IR. They're rehabbing together. So they're not going to play in this game. That leaves whatever the heck a Jalen Watkins and Roderick Teamer are to be able to go head up on an all-pro tight end. So if they single him, he's going to dot him, and I think he's going to have a big game. My other big sort of key that's going to happen with this offense that I think Andy is really going to be dialed up for him for is to focus on successful red zone offense. Right now, we're pretty atrocious. Like, we're bad in the red zone. Like, we're like the 26th red zone offense in the league right now. The Chargers aren't much better. They're only 23rd, so they're going to give us opportunities. So when we get to the red zone, we've got to be able to get into – we got to be able to get six dang there every time. If we keep the pressure on them, especially early, and Rivers forgets all about handing the ball off, woo, it's going to be a track meet out in Mexico.
Right. Yeah. I think, main guys that I'm really like looking at, one is Tyreek Hill. He's had some big games against Chargers, and he's going on like a 3-game streak of like I believe over 100 yards each game, or at least multiple touchdowns, or either over 100 yards or he's had multiple touchdowns in 3 consecutive games. And I think he should still continue that. But what I'm really curious about though is, are they bringing McCoy back this week? Are we gonna split that carry between him and Damien Williams, or is Damien Williams gonna still get the carries? I feel like Damien Williams did an amazing job last week. I know there were certain cuts that I feel like if McCoy had, he would, gain, extra yards on them. But that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of curious on what Andy Reid is, going to do. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they have to, right? They didn't bring LeSean McCoy in to have him sit the bench or to have him be in the doghouse. Moreover, that's Andy's dude. Like, Andy freaking loves LeSean McCoy. So put him in the doghouse there a little bit, said he was managing his minutes. No, he wanted to send a message to LeSean McCoy. Message has been sent. You need your guys on the field in this one if you want to win the game. LeSean is one of his guys. I know Damien Williams went out on the field and had a pretty decent game for us last week outside of a fumble. They got returned for a touchdown. I think LeSean should slowly start creeping in and cutting away more of his reps and more of Damien's carries as well. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, right. And another player that I really want, I don't know, I know his route running is not the very best, but MEcole HArdman, if we can find ways to get him where he has space in front of him, he's gone. How many touchdowns has he had where he just gets the ball and he's gone, even when players are right next to him? I mean, I don't know. It's been like 2 touchdowns, right? At least.
If it weren't for the amazing jump pass that Pat had pulled off on that touchdown, we'd be talking about how MEcole HArdman ran between the Titans' 2 fastest defenders and smoked them to the end zone. We found Tyreek Hill light in the draft. This is stupid. Our offense is stupid fast. And no, the Chargers aren't ready for that.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like we're too fast, and our offense is too healthy right now. I'm really hoping it seems like Watkins is healthy. I thought he was a little hurt. I thought he was banged up towards the end of the game, of the Titans game. But this is the first time Chargers are facing Hill, Kelce, and Watkins and HArdman.
Yeah.
And so they have no idea what they're facing. And yeah, like you said earlier, like this is the fastest team that they're going to face all year. And so I don't think they're DBs. I don't think everyone's going to be ready for them.
Oh, no. Casey Hayward right now, he's looking at this matchup. He's sweating. He don't want to go to sleep at night, even though he's having a pretty decent year right now, right? He's having like a Pro Bowl caliber year. There's one receiver in this league who gives him a lot of trouble. It's number 10 for Kansas City. But the other side of that defensive back group that they have, Desmond King on the season, he's allowing a 120 passer rating into his coverage. I mean, he's not a guy who's going to be out there to handle Sammy either. If we can contain, like you said, Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, if we can keep them off balance and control the edges, they don't stand a chance. Like the Rivers will have to put up 30 or 40 plus on us just to have a chance to win the game at the end.
Right. And I feel like, yeah, if we can get the run game going, if we can get the quick passes, the screens, everything, get the ball out to our speed receivers, we'll be ready for them. I don't think, I think Bosa and Ingram will be irrelevant in this game, but the only way we'll keep him in this game is, turnovers, like that we've had every freaking week.
Let me show LeSean before he gets back on the field, high and tight. Here are the pressure points. The ball right here, guys. Got to keep that high and tight. That's the only way they're going to win this game is by fluky stuff. We can't have that happen this week.
Yeah. And, man, and honestly, I mean, this is out of context, but like watching Kareem Hunt and just seeing him on the Browns, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but I'm just like, oh, but – you know what? Whatever. We're gonna move on. That was whatever.
All right, Chiefs. DA. By the way, listen, I don't like bringing this kind of stuff up, but when Mason Rudolph almost got his cranium crushed right there in front of the entire country, I was, dude, like it's a rough thing to see. But when he charged him, like when he rushed after Myles Garrett, I was like, bro, you kind of had that coming, man. Yeah. You kind of had that one coming. I'm sorry. What'd you want him to do? It's not. I'm not trying to pass it up, but no.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. I mean, football. I feel like football can make you do crazy things, but that's crazy. That's stupid. That's straight up stupid.
All right, man. Chiefs D versus Chargers. Though, what do we need to know?
Okay, so Chargers offensive line might be playing their second and third string players. You know, I mean, left tackle, left and right tackle. I don't even know if they're going to even be playing. What is it? Let's see, Russell Kong and Sam Tevi. Yeah,
They didn't practice.
they didn't practice at all. And honestly, this is going to be a huge test. Like Frank Clark has to have a good game. Frank Clark has to step it up. Like fans want to see it, and I do think he's going to be a good player. I think he's a good player, and I think towards the end of the season he'll start getting better. But like we have to see something from him. We need like some positivity. We need like Chiefs fans are going crazy, and they have no confidence in him, and we need to see it. We need to see 2 sacks at least. I feel like.
Well, we need to see the Frank Clark game, however it is, where it's strip sacks or you're getting tons of pressure on Rivers, a sitting duck back there, and with potentially, I don't know who's going to play left or right tackle from Kia. I'm being so serious right now. I wish I had done more research. Who's on this offensive line? Russell Okung, he had the terrible blood clots. Are they going to play him in that type of altitude in Mexico City? Like this might be a bloodbath. Rivers might actually miss some time if he's getting hit the way I think he might get hit if he's forced to throw the ball 40 times.
Right, yeah, and he's declining. I mean, that Raiders game was awful. Like he had 2 picks. He had 3. He almost had a third one in the red zone, but it was like called back because of a stupid holding penalty or offsides. It was an offsides penalty. And that's because it's the Raiders. But he was awful. I mean, I almost bet money on that game. And I was gonna say Chargers because I was like they're gonna go on this winning streak, and thankfully I didn't because Rivers lost that game for them, and now that they don't have their offensive line, he's gone. He's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, so I think we're at the. So I wrote down a few notes here. So let me speak on these. Cool. I said a few things, 3 things, and if they make this happen, they can stymie these guys. One is challenge them in the red zone. I just mentioned they're not a good red zone offense. You go back and watch some of those plays we run against Green Bay and Oakland. The only reason they didn't actually blow Green Bay out of the water is because they got into the red zone. They couldn't complete nothing. They weren't running the ball well, and they weren't throwing the ball well. And the same thing happened in Oakland. They were turning the ball over in the red zone. So they've been miserable there as well. The second thing is when in doubt on defense, double Austin Ekeler. I don't really care about the rest of the offense. Sure, let Hunter Henry go one-on-one with Anthony Hitchens, was probably a bad matchup anyway. Play double Ekeler and then find out a way to stop everyone else. Because Ekeler, when he gets the ball in his hands on receptions, 9.1 yards after catch, that's their playmaker. That's the fast guy. The rest of the guys, they're big, but they're lumbering. They don't get out of their breaks fast. And you'll see Phillip Rivers, he has to sit there and hitch, waiting for guys to uncover. And so he just ends up lobbing it up there. That's how he ends up getting picked off. The last thing, use your length at cornerback. These are big guys, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. And for the first time, I feel like we have big guys to match them, unlike last year. Charvarius Ward, Bashad Breeland, 6'+ with long arms. They can stymie these guys. They don't really have to worry about their speed. They're shifty, but you don't really have to worry about their speed as much. So this would be a better matchup.
Right. And I think we see more Bashad Breeland, and I think this is like catered to his like skill wise, where these are the type of receivers he can handle like that. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up because like you're right. I think our cornerbacks will be great, and no tight end has done well against our offense either, so our defense either. I think we're going to be. I don't think Hunter Henry is going to be a huge factor in it. I also think because Kendal Fuller is coming back, thank the Lord. We're so healthy. We're so healthy that we're going to see why we signed Tyran Mathieu. I think he's going to also have a big game. We're going to see why we got him. He's going to be all over the field. And I just see a really good game from Tyran Mathieu just because Kendal Fuller is back. And that gives him some kind of like, it gives the defense, gives the coaches some kind of comfortability. Like, okay, we're good. We can, be more flexible with Tyran Mathieu. We don't have to be so cautious with him because I've heard fans saying like, oh, where's Tyran Mathieu? Why hasn't he been involved? Well, shit, he has to help out everyone else. Like, we're playing. Fenton is a good cornerback, but he's not. We don't have a lot of. He doesn't have a lot of experience, so he
He's not
has.
ready yet now.
Yeah, so that's going to be really helpful. I'm excited about just that in general because Fuller's been missed. I feel like.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, this is their chance. It's put up or shut up time. We talk a lot about this team. We gush about them. We like them as players. They talk a lot in interviews about how, they're staying together as a team and how great they – okay, show it. Because this is an inferior Chargers team. They play well and they play together. The coaching staff shows continuity. We are so much better top to bottom than this team, than what they will be putting out on that field. It's time to show it. Okay, how about this? Want to advance in the week?
Cool. Well, that is all for our show today. Thank you guys for checking out Chiefs Out West. Please subscribe, like, comment, do everything, and send us some money too, all right?